On that note, we are all set to begin the session 2 with the founder of Glory, Mr. Naveen Agarwal. Mr. Naveen Agarwal, who is a CA and CFA charter holder, known for his profound career of 9 years spanning Citibank and the inception of Glory. So tonight he will love to take you through the important aspects which are often neglected in life. So ladies and gentlemen, please put your hands together for Mr. Naveen Agarwal.
Good evening, everyone, once again. Thank you so much for coming today for our first annual investors meet. It is a pleasure to have all of you. We thought of making it a big event, but we didn't plan that it will actually turn out to be a very good one. So thank you so much for coming over and giving us your Saturday evening. On that note, today I'm going to discuss about 7 different points which are generally not discussed in investment plans or investment products as such. But they have a very critical role in your investment overall portfolio. Our life revolves around 3 main things: health, wealth, and time. When we are young, we have our health, we have time, but we do not have wealth. When we are old, we have wealth, we have time, we do not have health. This is the paradox of life. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to explain 7 different points through which you can probably try to have all 3 things at once, so that you live a better life for the next whatever time frame that you have. So to begin, my topic is covering money, behavior and freedom. If at any point of time I am too fast, please raise your hand. So 3 points are related to money, 3 points are about behavior, and 1 point is about freedom. Please note down your questions and you can ask at the end at once. First is about money, active and passive. Recently I saw a movie, not a good one, but the movie name is Crew. But the problem there was, one of the lead lady was going to face job loss at the age of 41, 42. And she was in extreme depression, and I was curious that why such thing happens, that even after working 15, 20 years, a person goes through depression if there is job loss. Generally that happens when they have not built enough wealth in the last 15, 20 years. And that's why when the moment there is a job loss scenario, people generally go into depression or have huge issues mentally, physically and family-wise also. So I'm going to take you through active and passive and try to explain you what is more important in your life and how you can make it better. The question is, you're working extremely hard for money, but is the reverse happening? Is the money working hard for you? That is the big question here. I'm giving 2 different people. I'm taking an example of those. I hope you are able to see. I'll just repeat it. There are 2 people, Abhijit and Madhur, same age 50, both have same net income 30 lakh rupees, which is after taxes 2.5 lakh rupees per month they get. Their net worth at the age of 50, which is today, is 3 crores per person. So again, same amount they have. The difference is Abhijit is retiring after 10 years, which is age 60. Madhur is retiring today, as we speak. So in point 5, additional years worked by Abhijit are 10 years. Now because of working for 10 more years, obviously he will earn much more money through salary or through his business income. The amount we have calculated 4.35 crores. How we have come to that is, today income is 30 lakh rupees. I have taken 7% inflation increment per year for the next 9 years. That's how he's going to earn 4.35 crores extra compared to Madhur. This is simple. Is this clear? Abhijit is earning 4.35 crores more than Madhur. That is point 1. Now point 2. Both have 3 crore rupees. Let's see where they have invested. Abhijit, this is 3 crores apart from the home that they stay in. So whenever we do financial calculation, we do not consider the home that you stay in. That is something that we do not count in wealth, the one property that you stay in. So Abhijit has real estate 1.2 crores, that is apart from his self-occupied property. He has equity investments of 40 lakhs, debt funds of 1.2 crores, debt funds PF, PPF, FD, etc., which is fixed income, and insurance policies of 20 lakh rupees. That's how he has total net worth of 3 crores. On the other hand, there is Madhur, real estate 0, he only has his self-occupied property, equity funds 2.2 crores, debt funds PF, PPF, FD, total 80 lakh rupees, and no insurance policies apart from the term plan and health plan. That's how 3 crores is split. Now, after doing the math and calculating returns on each asset class, in the next 10 years, from 50 to 60, Abhijit is going to earn 60 lakh rupees on the real estate. On equity funds, he will earn 84 lakhs. I have considered 12% compounding. Debt funds, he will earn 1.15 crores. I have taken 7% interest. Insurance policies, he will earn approx 10 lakhs. So he will earn total 2.69 crores over the next 10 years. So his total wealth after 10 years will be 3 crores, the initial amount, and 2.69 crores, which makes it 5.69. On the other hand, Madhur, no returns on real estate. On equity funds, he will earn 4.63 crores because his investment in equity is more at 2.2 crores. In debt funds, he will earn 75 lakhs, no insurance policies. So he will earn total 5.38 crores over the next 10 years. Madhur will have a total wealth of 8.38 crores at the age of 60. Is this clear? In the next 10 years, Abhijit will have 5.69 crores, Madhur will have 8.38 crores. Part 3, I'll just summarize it. Starting wealth was 3 crores for both. Profit earned was Abhijit 2.69 crores, Madhur 5.38 crores. Net return on the asset class ratio is 6.6% for Abhijit and 10.6% for Madhur. Additional income earned, which is through salary, was 4.35 crores. And I have even taken 1 crore profit on the investment that we will do while earning income. So total wealth after all this, at the age of 60, Abhijit has 11 crores, Madhur has 8 crores. The fundamental difference is Madhur had 10 years free from 51 to 60. That is probably, he has 30 years in his life, after that 10 years are free. Now you need to ask yourself what position you want to be in. Whether being Abhijit having 3 crores more at the age of 60 compared to 8 and 11, or being Madhur having 10 years more, freedom from 51 to 60. That is a fundamental question. If you are wanting to follow the side of Madhur, then it is important that you currently plan portfolio properly. It cannot happen that you want 10 years more, but you are not planning portfolio properly also. That is point 1 about money. So most people focus a lot on active income, that I want to work for till 55, 60, I want to earn as much as possible, and then I will do retirement planning. Instead of that, if you build portfolio properly, even a decent portfolio, you can achieve retirement much earlier at 40, 45, 50 also in some cases, provided the portfolio is planned decently also is okay. That's what the conclusion I wanted to give here regarding point 1 about money. Point 2 is about many people ask, we want to create a lot of wealth, हमको बहुत पैसा कमाना है, ये करना है, वो करना है, etc. etc. Our first question to them generally is, जल्दी बनाना है या ज़्यादा बनाना है? Most people want to जल्दी पैसा चाहिए, बहुत जितना हो सके जल्दी पैसा चाहिए. लोगों को पेशेंस ही रखना होता है कि 10 साल, 20 साल, 30 साल की जर्नी एंजॉय करो तब जाके पैसा बने. Nobody wants that. जल्दी पैसा चाहिए लोगों को. And I'll tell you the impact of it. But ये जो question है यहाँ पे, how to create enormous wealth? There is only one single word answer to it. The answer is simplicity. The more simpler your portfolio is, the more better wealth you will create in the longer run. Just read the yellow line. Simplicity isn't like Olympic diving, where the judges award extra points for difficulty. Olympic में जब आप स्विमिंग रेस कंपटीशन में लगते हो तो ज़्यादा डिफिकल्टी से कुछ किया तो ज़्यादा पॉइंट्स मिलते हैं. पोर्टफोलियो में ऐसा नहीं है. मेहुल सर ने ज़्यादा कॉम्प्लिकेटेड इन्वेस्टमेंट किया और मैंने सिंपल किया तो उनको ज़्यादा रिटर्न मिलेगा, ऐसा तो है नहीं. So just for the sake of wanting more products, more complicated things, you end up screwing the portfolio in a very bad way. There are 4 simple rules to create enormous wealth. First, spend less money than you make. Most of the people in the room have credit cards, and most of the people redeem portfolio to pay credit card bills. That's a live example which you and I know. That is because you do not follow rule number 1, which is spend less money than you make. You generally spend more than what you have. Secondly, this is a bit tough, but it's a benchmark. Invest 50% of net monthly income. So if my salary is, example, if I'm earning 3 lakh rupees after taxes, I should put in bare minimum 1.5 lakh rupees if I want to have a sustainable portfolio and quit job early. Second rule is invest 50%. Third is build a diverse financial portfolio. Keyword here is financial. As I gave the example of Abhijit, if you build portfolio towards real estate or insurance policies or more towards debt-free income products, you will not achieve decent enough returns on the portfolio. So build a diverse financial portfolio. And fourth is be patient. Fourth point is the most toughest point. Be patient. लोग patience नहीं रखते हैं. In our 4 years journey, many people have reading the portfolio for the sake of buying a car, buying a land, iPhone खरीदने के लिए भी लोग ने पैसा निकाला है. Many other reasons. So ये जो fourth rule है वो simple है, but कोई करते नहीं है follow. So to create enormous wealth, there is no rocket science answer. There are just 4 rules. Spend less money than you make. Invest 50% of net monthly income. Build a diverse financial portfolio and be patient. अगर ये 4 चीज कर लिया आपने, आपका 90-95% काम खत्म हो जाता है उधर. That's what second part I wanted to mention about money. And I'll tell you what is a downfall when you don't do this. Please read this once. This is Charlie Munger, ex-vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway. Many investors do not copy our portfolio because our model is too simple. Most people believe you cannot be an expert if it is too simple. It is very easy for anyone coming on stage to give very fancy presentation, talk about numbers, talk about returns, good things done, etc., etc. But the fundamental truth is people do not believe that simplicity can be great for them. That's why people start complicating the portfolios. And these are live examples where simplicity is tough. Most people have gone through this. Pune woman sells jewelry, loses 24 lakhs in share trading fraud. ये इसलिए होता है because जल्दी पैसा चाहिए होता है. आज पैसा दो 21 दिन में पैसा डालो, जो एक पिक्चर में था, पैसा चाहिए होता है लोगों को. Another example, 70-year-old, I cannot even imagine 70-year-old wanting quick money, losing 2.8 crores to share market trading scam. And ये सब पुणे के स्टोरीज है. वो भी रिसेंट 3-4 महीने पे. Next, see the bottom line. Epidemic of online share trading frauds. In 2 months, 110 people in Pune lose 18 crores. Again, this is all because one, you want to complicate your life by complicating investment products. Second, you want quick money. Patience नहीं है इसलिए. तो ये जो 4 rules थे, ये अगर आप फॉलो कर लो तो आप बहुत जल्दी रिटायर हो सकते हो. आप सोचो उससे भी ज्यादा. And you will not fall to all this. That was point 2. Point 3 is a very simple point. There are decades where nothing happens, and there are days where decades happen. This is basically, let's say, there is a story of Chinese bamboo tree also. In the first 5 years, it grows only up to what I think 15-20 centimeters. In the next 6 months, it grows up to 110-120 feet. 10 महीने में देखा उस झाड़ को, लगता है कुछ भी नहीं हुआ 5 साल में, यहाँ पे क्यों कुछ करना है. But जिन्होंने अगले 6 महीने में देखा, वो 6 महीने में इतना ज्यादा ग्रो हो जाता है. But actually the journeys of 5 years and 6 months. In investments also, there are decades where nothing happens, which basically means if you invest money today, there can be 7-8 years where nothing happens. But in the next 1 year, something will happen in such a way that it will cover the last 7-8 years. This is a factual scenario. In the Sensex journey of 45 years, Sensex started in 1979, so it is 45 years till today. It is a 15% CAGR approximately. Compounding return 15% plus है. However, point number 1, if you missed 8% of the best months, your returns would have been 0. अगर पिछले 45 years में आपने सिर्फ और सिर्फ 8% months आपने मिस कर दिए, तो आपका रिटर्न 0 हो गया, ना कि 15% कंपाउंडिंग CAGR. Hello. Second point, if you missed 1.5% of the best days, तो पहला तो मंथ्स का पॉइंट था. सेकंड, अगर आपने 1.5% बेस्ट डेज मिस कर दिए, योर रिटर्न्स वुड हैव बीन 0. मोस्ट पीपल ट्राई टू मेक अ मिस्टेक. मार्केट गिरेगा तब इन्वेस्ट करेंगे, फंड नीचे आएंगे तब इन्वेस्ट करेंगे, अभी इलेक्शन है, मार्केट टूटेगा, वोलेटाइल रहेगा, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. But this factual scenario, people keep on repeating the same mistakes, which I'll cover in behavior point also. I've written the last time, which is again a factual data. It is difficult to predict market based on multiples because 60% of the biggest gains have happened when the market is above the historical average. तो बेसिकली जब लोगों को लगता है महंगा है, 60% टाइम तब ज्यादा पैसा बना है, ना कि जब मार्केट नीचे रहा है. सो आपसे दिमाग में सोचते निफ्टी 22,000 है, 23,000 है, बट एक्चुअली यही से शायद ज्यादा पैसा बन जाए. नोबडी कैन प्रेडिक्ट. इन द प्रॉब्लम ऑफ प्रेडिक्शन आपका रिटर्न 0 की तरफ जाना शुरू हो जाता है. दैट इज पॉइंट नंबर 3 अबाउट मनी. फर्स्ट पॉइंट वाज एक्टिव एंड पैसिव. इफ यू कीप ऑन फोकसिंग ऑन ओनली इंक्रीजिंग इनकम रादर देन पैसिव पोर्टफोलियो, तो आपको दिक्कत फेस होगी जॉब लॉस में. Second was about simplicity. Third was about there are decades where nothing happens and there are days where decades happen. One detour here. If somebody is starting investment today, if your portfolio is negative for the first 3 years, that is the best ever portfolio you can have. Because in the first 3 years when your portfolio is negative, आपके units ज़्यादा accumulate हो रहे हैं, shares ज़्यादा accumulate हो रहे हैं, तो फिर जब rally आएगी तो आपको बहुत ज़्यादा growth मिलेगा। आजकल portfolio पहले ही positive हो जाते हैं और लोगों की expectation बढ़ जाती है। So I keep reminding people that always have 11-12% CAGR expectation. Because when the fall will happen, that time your behavior should be in check. So these were 3 points about money. Next 3 points are about behavior. There's a real story published in the US of 2014. इसको ध्यान से समझना. The person name is Ronald James Reed, नाम भी real है. आप गूगल कर सकते हो बाद में. He worked as a mechanic at a gas station for 25 years. Mechanic at gas station for 25 years. And a cleaner at JC Penney, a firm there for 17 years. In 1954, he bought a 2 BHK for $12,000, which is roughly 60,000 rupees 1954 में. And lived there forever. He died in 2014 at the age of 92. Making head, जब वो उनकी डेथ हुई तभी उनकी हेडलाइंस आई, क्योंकि he was one of the fewer than 4,000 Americans with a net worth of $8 million, which is 49 crore rupees. जब ये न्यूज़ आई 2014 में, तब लोगों ने इंक्वायरी की इंसान कौन है इसके पास 50 करोड़ से डेथ है। एक्चुअली अगर आप सोचो क्लीनर के पास, मैकेनिक के पास 50 करोड़ हो सकते हैं क्या? जनरली यू थिंक नो, बट दिस इज अ रियल एग्जांपल। कैसे हुआ ये? लास्ट पैराग्राफ, नो लॉटरी, नो इनहेरिटेंस। He just read a bit, saved and invested in blue chip stocks, patiently allowing his savings to compound over decades. उतना ही किया और कुछ भी नहीं किया। Important point is patience and decades. ये दो words आप देख लेना। वो हमारे simplicity rule में भी थे। Another example, ये first individual है, second individual, Richard Fuscon. By the way, this is from the book Psychology of Money. कुछ लोगों ने पढ़ी लेकिन नहीं पढ़ी तो please पढ़ना। Harvard educated, Merrill Lynch executive, so the top firm from education and professional perspective, praised for his business savvy, leadership and personal integrity. So one of the top ever persons working there. Retired in 40s, borrowed heavily to expand into a lavish home. अब lavish भी कितना बड़ा देखना? 2 bathrooms, 2 elevators, 2 pools, 7 garages, costing over $90,000 a month to maintain. Maintenance is $90,000. But होता है कि दिखाना है मेरे पास कितना है. Bankrupted during 2008 financial crisis due to high debt and illiquid assets. Important है लास्ट के 2 words, illiquid assets. जो मैंने पहले एग्जांपल बताया था रियल एस्टेट, those are illiquid assets. आप चाहो तो आप बेच नहीं सकते। अगर मेरे घर में किसका ऑपरेशन है आज, 50 लाख रुपए चाहिए, आप घर बेच के नहीं निकाल सकते 50 लाख 2 दिन में। आपको उसके लिए पोर्टफोलियो चाहिए। लेकिन this example, illiquid assets and high debt, he was foreclosed on his Palm Beach house and Greenwich mansion, which sold for 75% less than estimated value in foreclosure auction. तो जो mansion बनाया था, मान लो उसकी वैल्यू 100 करोड़ है, जब वो सेल की गई तो 25 करोड़ रुपए भी नहीं मिले auction में। And in 2008, while filing for bankruptcy, he mentioned, "I currently have no income" during 2008. So if you see, compare Ronald and Richard, they are completely two opposites, education-wise, professional-wise, etc. बट उनका जो एक्चुअल नेटवर्क होना चाहिए डेथ पे या आगे जाके वो भी एकदम ऑपोजिट निकला, जो सोचा उससे अलग। ये क्यों हुआ है? रोनाल्ड रीड वाज पेशेंट, रिचर्ड फुक्सन वाज ग्रीडी। इतना ही सिंपल है। दिस इज माय मोस्ट फेवरेट लाइन, हाउ यू बिहेव इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट देन व्हाट यू नो। द मोर यू थिंक कि मुझे पता है, मैं डिसीजंस लूं, एडवाइजर की हेल्प लो, क्वेश्चंस पूछो, बट आप डिसीजंस खुद लेने जाओगे तो ये प्रॉब्लम आपके साथ भी होगा। Because how you behave is more important. अगर आप डिसीजन गलत लेते जाओ तो आपका इम्पैक्ट पोर्टफोलियो पे फॉर श्योर होने ही वाला है। So your behavior is more important than what you actually know. Even if you don't have any intelligence, in investments your portfolio can be fantastic, like the line example that we saw. So this was one point about behavior. Second point about behavior. This is from the book Richer, Wiser and Happier. Simple question: it matters or it doesn't? When I sent a message to everyone requesting questions from them. I came across a question people are asking, what if there's a more further geopolitical tension? What if Europe goes under crisis and so on and so forth? The only question you have to ask yourself is, does it matter to you or it doesn't? See, please read the blue line, I'm reading out for you. If I own a jewelry store in Maharashtra, अगर मेरी यहाँ पे दुकान है jewelry store की, am I going to sell it off for 50% of it because something bad happened in America? अगर मेरे यहाँ पे दुकान है आज मेरी कोई, अमेरिका में कुछ क्राइसिस चल रहा है, क्या मैं दुकान बेच दूंगा आज? आंसर इज नो. अगर वो आंसर नो है, आप इन्वेस्टमेंट्स के लिए क्यों इतना टेंशन लेते हो कि यूरोप में कुछ हो रहा है, इंडिया में कुछ मैं पोर्टफोलियो चेंज करूं? इन द लास्ट 100 years हिस्ट्री, whenever there is a crisis, whenever there is a war, whenever there is escalating issues across countries, मार्केट उसके बाद ग्रो ही हुआ है. इनफैक्ट दैट्स एन अपॉर्चुनिटी टू स्लोली इन्वेस्ट मोर एंड मोर एज मच पॉसिबल. People are crazy and emotional. They buy and sell things in an emotional way, not in a logical way. And that's why, that is the only reason why we have opportunity. That is the only reason we also exist. We exist more to manage your behavior, because as I mentioned the first time, people are crazy and emotional. Crazy to chale to, emotional to definitely है लोग. That's why the last line, take advantage of other people's emotions. जितना ज़्यादा आप ये कर पाओ, उतना ज़्यादा आपके लिए बेनिफिशियल है. अगर आप नहीं कर पा रहे तो किसकी प्रोफेशनल हेल्प लीजिए. This is by Joel Greenblatt sir, another famous investor. 6 point, last point about behavior and then 1 point about freedom. Income and happiness. Has anyone read the book Same as Ever? Same as Ever by Morgan sir. I'm reading the yellow box. It is a tragedy of life where almost everything gets better, but happiness goes nowhere. I asked this to many people sitting here. What was your first salary? उसमें से एक example है यहाँ पे नीचे. Person A earning 9,000 per month in 2001 and now earning 2.5 lakhs per month. So basically उनकी income 25x grow हुई है पिछले 23-24 साल में. But क्या happiness 25 times grow हुई है? Answer is no. 99% answer is no. Because generally when you increase income, your expectations increase about what you want to do with that money. You start buying more and more things rather than building a portfolio and planning early retirement. That's why the first line, it is a tragedy, because your family generally goes on increasing, your income goes on increasing, but your expectations also goes on increasing. That is why happiness goes nowhere. जहाँ पे आप आज है 5 साल बाद मोस्टली अनफॉर्चुनेटली शायद वहीं पे रहोगे, इवन तो आपकी इनकम बढ़ जाती है. That is a very factually true line. If your expectations are very high, that's why these two rules which formulate that. An important life skill is getting the goalpost to start moving, to stop moving. Sorry, it is also one of the hardest. When I ask people about what their end goal is, कि कितना पैसा बना के आपको रुक जाना है, generally most people don't have an answer. If you plan, I'll show you the freedom slide also. Let's say if I want to plan for 10 crores till the age of 45. If I reach 10 crores at 45, I will not stop there. That is a problem. Then I will want 15 crores, 20 crores. Because there are very few people around us who have taken that step. अगर लोग अपने पास के ज़्यादा लोग रिटायरमेंट जल्दी ले, अच्छे से पोर्टफोलियो बना के, तो आप भी इंस्पायर होंगे ज़्यादा करने के लिए. But because people do not take the step, we keep on working 50, 55, 60, and then we have a slow death. But if you are able to stop the goal post, एक गोल डिसाइड कर लो, जितना भी डिसाइड करना है, 50 करोड़, 100 करोड़, 5 करोड़, एक बार डिसाइड करके आप स्टॉप कर पाओ वहाँ पे, then you can achieve what was good in the previous day. And the second is, the first rule of happiness is low expectations. To give a very personal example, I was working in Citibank for 5.5 years, from November 2014 till March 2020. One of the only reasons I could quit Citi or my job was, since day one, I always assumed that my salary is 20,000 per month. And I tried to manage expenses that way. Definitely, there were months I spent for 30,000, 35,000, 40,000 maybe. I'm talking about non-EMI expenses. But lifestyle is तरह जी कि 20,000 per month कमाता हूँ मैं. That's why when I quit, I only needed 20,000 per month apart from EMI amount. So it's very easy for me to quit and start over again completely and give myself 2-3 years to see if I can do a decent enough work on my own. So the first rule of happiness is low expectations. The lower expectations you have, the better portfolio you can and build and life you can have. This is a very interesting point. This is time spent across your age, starting with 15, ending with 85. And नीचे लिखा आप किसके साथ टाइम स्पेंड करते हैं. पर्पल इज पेरेंट्स, सिबलिंग्स एंड फैमिली. लाइट ब्लू कलर इज फ्रेंड्स. फिर पार्टनर विच इज अ स्पाउस, देन चिल्ड्रन, देन कोवर्कर्स, देन अलोन. इंपॉर्टेंट इज सी द ग्रीन लाइन अलोन. वो बढ़ते ही जाता है. जो स्टार्टिंग में सीधे जो 15, योर टाइम स्पेंट अलोन वाज वेरी लेस. पार्टनर है, बॉयफ्रेंड गर्लफ्रेंड है, स्कूल है, कॉलेज है, एक्सेट्रा एक्सेट्रा. जैसे जैसे आपकी उम्र बढ़ती जाती है, आप अकेले टाइम स्पेंड करते हो लाइफ. आप खुद भी एक्सपीरियंस करना है आगे जाके. सो अगर आप अकेले ही टाइम स्पेंड करने वाले हो काम के बाद या इन जनरल ओवरऑल, आर यू डेवलपिंग एनी हॉबीज टुडे आफ्टर वर्क? दैट इज अ क्वेश्चन आई वांट टू पुट फोर्थ. इफ यू आर वर्किंग 9 to 6, आजकल 9 to 6 तो नहीं है, 9 to 9 भी हो जाता है. बट आफ्टर वर्क और ऑन वीकेंड्स, आर यू डेवलपिंग एनी हॉबीज फॉर योरसेल्फ so that the time that you spend alone is actually very fruitful for you? Else it will be a depressful time. Most of our contacts that we know retire होने के बाद शेयर मार्केट ट्रेडिंग में चले जाते हैं 60-65 एज पे, बिकॉज कुछ करने के लिए नहीं है लाइफ में. और मोबाइल पे जीरोधा ओपन किया, IIFL डीमैट अकाउंट ओपन किया, बहुत इजी है ट्रेडिंग करना. बट दैट इज दैट व्हाट यू वांट टू डू इज अ क्वेश्चन टू यू कि आप कुछ और करना चाहते हो. आई एम रीडिंग आउट द कोट ऑन द राइट हैंड साइड. इफ यू ओनली विश टू बी हैप्पी, दिस कुड बी इजीली अकम्प्लिश्ड. अगर आपको खुश रहना है, बहुत आसान है खुश रहना. बट वी विश टू बी हैप्पियर देन अदर पीपल. दैट इज द प्रॉब्लम. And that is always difficult. Why that is difficult? Because we believe others are happier than they actually are. So पहला point, खुश रहना आसान है, लेकिन आप खुश रहते नहीं हो क्योंकि आप आपके लिए दूसरों से कंपेयर करते हो. और वो कॉम्प्लिकेटेड क्यों है? क्योंकि आपको दूसरे की लाइफ का रियलिटी नहीं पता. आपको सिर्फ लगता है वो ज्यादा खुश है, बट एक्चुअली शायद नहीं रह पाते. So happiness is some very subjective. So one thing out of today's session I want you all to take is try spending your time better after work or without work, so that you can have a good quality of time when you're spending it alone from 50 to probably 80-85. Last point is about freedom. What is freedom? Most people put forward a question of retirement planning. Retirement planning or freedom. Freedom is basically, read it carefully, ability to do what you want. So first is what you want. Example, I want to play lawn tennis. Second, or a better example, I want to write a book. Second point, when you want. I want to do it for the next seven days altogether. Third, with who you want. I want to do it alone. Fourth, for as long as I want to do. 7 दिन नहीं, मुझे 1 महीना करना है, नहीं 1 साल करना है, 2 साल करना है. That is freedom. That is the freedom actual definition. कि मुझे जो करना है, जब करना है, जिस साल करना है, मैं कर पाऊँ. मुझे we have a daughter of 2 years old, मुझे next 10 साल उसका spend करने में कर पाऊँ. That is freedom. Now, and this is also the highest ever achievement that you can have in life. That is freedom. I don't know if this is visible to all or not. I'll read out in a very small example. Let's say my age is 40 and I have 3 crore rupees as my net wealth today. How much? 3 crores. At the age of 40, I have 3 crore rupees. Let's say my monthly expenses are 1 lakh rupees. I have 3 crore rupees. My monthly expenses are 1 lakh rupees. Inflation rate 7% consider किया है. And I've considered the death age here as 85. So my age is today 40. My death age is 85. So मुझे कितने साल sustain करना है? 45 years on this 3 crores. Is it possible? If you build a portfolio in this way, equity 60%. I'll not go detail कि ये क्या है. Equity 60%, which is risky. Hybrid 20% and debt 20%, which is a balanced portfolio overall. अगर मैं इतना portfolio बना लूँ financial assets में, मैं इजीली 3 करोड़ रुपए अगले 45 इयर्स तक सस्टेन कर सकता हूँ. Most people here have 3 crore rupees today, but most people will not retire today because we keep on focusing more on active income. Even after all this, see the number of withdrawals that I have made till 85. अभी पहले तो आज मैं निकाल रहा हूँ 1 lakh per month, but there is inflation also. At the age of 50, that 1 lakh will become 1,96,000 per month क्योंकि inflation है. At the age of 60, that 1 lakh will become 3,86,000. I will need 3 lakhs per month basically. At the age of 70, I need 7 lakhs per month. So वो calculate करने के बाद भी 85 तक I can sustain my life. And उसके बाद भी कुछ 1 करोड़ बच जाएगा. इन सब में assumptions ये लिया है that I am not going to earn anything after 40. No further income. Secondly, Kids education is taken care of, वो इसमें कंसिडर नहीं किया, this is only for your retirement. Third, ये जो 3 करोड़ है, इसमें आपकी कोई लोन्स नहीं, आपका होम लोन, पर्सनल सब क्लोज ऑफ करके 3 करोड़ बचा है आपके पास. And fourth, very important, you have adequate term plan, health plan, critical illness and disability policies. Emergencies covered अगर सब है, ये आपका easy plan बन सकता है, बहुत अच्छे से बन सकता है. We have taken example of 45 also. अगर आप 45 के और आपके पास 3 करोड़ है, तो आपके 85 एज पे डेथ होने के बाद आपके 3 करोड़ रुपए बच जाएंगे. अगर आप 50 एज के और 3 करोड़ है आपके पास, तो आपके 85 डेथ एज के बाद आपके पास फिर भी 3 करोड़ प्लस कुछ तो बच जाएंगे, इतना 16-17 करोड़ खर्चा करने के बाद भी. सो द पॉइंट आई एम ट्राइंग टू मेक इज बी वेरी क्लियर ऑन व्हाट यू वांट टू डू और आपके एक्सपेंसेस कितने हैं. अगर आपका पोर्टफोलियो डिसेंट है और बन चुका है, यू कैन इजीली रिटायर मच बिफोर 60. देयर इज नो नीड टू वर्क टिल 60. कोई रूल नहीं है, बस लोग कर इसलिए करने की जरूरत नहीं है. Last 3 just concluding points from my end. First, wealth is what you don't see. Whatever you see on social media or status, etc., that is not the real wealth. Wealth is actually what you don't see. Today, you do not know what mutual fund portfolio or shares portfolio I have, क्योंकि वो तो status में नहीं आता है. तो wealth is what you don't see. Second, what do you want to be remembered for? Just a question to all of you. If you die tomorrow, what do you want to be remembered for? Third, my favorite, advisor can help you only how much you want him or her to help. अगर आप उनको पावर दो, अथॉरिटी दो, रैशनल डिसीजंस लेने की, तो ही आपको हेल्प कर पाओगे. अगर आप डिसीजंस आप ही लेते जाओ, तो आपका एडवाइजर कोई भी हेल्प नहीं कर पाएगा ज्यादा, बिकॉज यू आर ट्राइंग टू टेक मैटर्स इन योर ओन हैंड्स. विद दैट आई लाइक टू स्टॉप. थैंक यू सो मच once again for being on the
Big round of applause for Mr. Naveen for sharing all the insights, all the details of and the reality of life and money matters.